In this video, I want to look at an Android app that uses a media player to play some animal sounds. The code can be found at the URL seen here. Okay, I'm going to share my computer's sound so that you can hear what's going on with this demo. So I'm going to share the sound, do the demo, stop sharing sounds, and then talk about it. Okay, so what we had there was a media player playing a cat sound, a chicken sound, a cow sound, and sort of different ways of dealing with the sound and the button interaction. So the simplest code was the middle one, the chicken. And here we just have a button click for the chicken, and we declare and instantiate, initialize a media player that goes to a raw folder over here with a chicken resource. And I stole these, well, did steal them. They were from Sound Bible. Okay, so there with the chicken, all we did was have the media player and start it. Nothing happens if you don't start it. But I think you heard that I can click this button multiple times, and since the media player is instantiated within the click of the button, then I ended up with multiple media players playing multiple chickens, and I end up with a whole chicken coop, if you will. Okay. Now on the cat button, I declared the media player within the cat button and started it. So that much was the same. But I changed the text of the cat button to playing the cat sound, and I set the is enabled property of the button to false, so that the user could not click the button again while this was going on. And then there's a method of the media player that knows when it is completed, and I returned the text of the button to say play the cat sound and re-enabled the button. So one can play the cat sound again after it's completed, but not another time. So I can't get a bunch of cats going. I can only get one cat at a time. I played a slightly different game with the cow. In this case, I declared and initialized the media player outside of the button event, and also made a variable for the current position, so where I am within the media player. So here is my cow click event, my button cow click listener, and the button initially says cow, and then when I click it, and then it will say pause, and then if the user clicks pause, the video or the audio will pause, and the button will then say resume, and then they can resume. And then when it ends, ultimately, it will go back to saying cow. So it would be pause, resume. It's a fairly short clip, so I can't show you sort of resume, pause, resume, pause, resume, pause, but that would be possible. Okay, so here we go. So we click on it the first time, it says cow. And so we say if it says pause, if it says resume, it just says neither of those. So we end up down here in the else. And we start the media player, and we set the text of the button to pause. So then the next time that we click the button, it says pause, and we end up here in this first branch, and we are pausing the media player. We are finding its current position, and we're changing the text of the button to resume. So now the next time we click the button, it will say resume, and we'll end up in this second branch, and we will we'll use the seek to method. We will get the media player positioned at what we recorded before, the current position. And these were the media player and the current position were both declared outside of this button. So on these different clicks, this information is remembered from click to click. And so I'm going to move you to where we were when we paused and start and set the text of the button back to pause. And then if the media player gets to play all the way out, we're again back to using the set on completion listener. And we set the button of the cow button text back to cow. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. Thanks so much for your attention.